Hey guys, Renova here. Today is another guide video, focusing on the launcher weapon for rangers. If you're new with launchers and wanted to try it, this is a guide for you to get started. If you're experienced with launchers already, I hope this served as a refresher, so whenever you want to try a launcher again, I hope this video helps you out. We're going to focus on the Photon Arts, the skills, gameplay, and any extra tips that I can provide as I progress in the guide. But anyways, let's get started. Launchers is a secondary weapon for rangers, a heavy-duty weapon providing heavy artillery from a distance. Due to the size of the weapon, the basic normal attacks are slow, looping with 3 normal attacks, and the launcher has a laser shot as a sidestep attack. For the Photon Arts, we have Fallen Impact that drops shots from above to marked targets, and it is a fixed location. This will only drop shots on marked locations and does not track enemies, so the best option for use is, in my opinion, for down statuses like stuns, breaks in UQs, things like that. Because if you use this and they are not stunned, not only are you not going to get the max damage output, but you will also waste PP this way. Fear Eraser fires a laser. You can hold to extend the duration, but it will drain your PP. If held long enough, there will be a final blast. Multi-launch fires multiple shots on locked targets. This can go through things that's unreachable. For example, if the target's weak point is facing away from you and aggro to another player, this will warp around and still attack its weak point no matter where you're positioned. So a good example would be Nex Aelio's ribcage weak point or his feet, Flamedol's chest or back, Doldorus' core, Aegis' core, preferably the sweep, etc, etc. Divine Impact has 2 variations. Tapping this will cast a close range explosion pushing you backwards, and charging this will cast a long range shot with a massive explosion, which is pretty good for mobbing. Now for skills, they really don't have much, but we'll go over the launcher skills specifically. I'll have another video covering the assault rifle later on in the future. Keep in mind though, I should have mentioned this at the start of the video, the launcher is a ranger class only weapon. So the benefit of having it as a sub weapon doesn't provide great results, since some of the skills require ranger as a main class, and there's like 2 skills that can be used as a subclass. So of course, blight rounds is important, or in this case weak bullet, which is an active skill, so when used, deals damage and applies a mark on the enemy. It is the red looking icon that you see on bosses and on mobbing sometimes. You can hold up to 3 bullets. Once the mark is applied, it usually will last for around 15 seconds, and when you run out of bullets, the cooldown is about 10 seconds. You will also want to pick up 4 sub-skills for blight rounds. Blight rounds reinforce triggers when that mark turns purple. When this happens, your potency will be enhanced by 125%, and time is extended by another minute or minute and a half almost. The mark must be hit at least 100 times to trigger. That might sound like a lot of hits, but if you're running with a party or an urgent quest with 2 parties, those hits from other members will apply to the count as well. Launcher blight rounds allows launcher weapons to be used as a main weapon now to apply blight rounds instead of just the assault rifle. Wide range blight rounds is great for mobbing as well. This is another active skill. When used, all enemies shot in the direction of your character will be hit and stuck with the blight rounds mark applied to them. This is pretty crucial, and you have to be mindful about your blight rounds when it comes to either single target or multiple targets. Reason being is that the wide range blight rounds and the regular blight rounds share the same bullet, so if you use one or the other, it will count for both. Blight rounds self benefits allows you to deal more damage to other parts on enemies that's not marked with blight rounds. So for example, if you marked Flamedol's feet and you attack other parts, you'll deal more damage to those parts as well. But this only works for you only, not your party members or anyone around you. Bad conditions reduces the chance of you getting hit with status ailments. So like if you get hit with elements like lightning, fire, or anything related, you'll be more resistant to those with these skills. Stealth Strike is one of the newer skills that Ranger has. This reduces the chance of you getting aggro, or threat as some people call it. This also works as a subclass as well. And there are 2 skills that reduces your fall speed when doing either normal attacks or charging PAs. And knowing launchers, only 1 PA requires you to charge, and launchers charge normal attacks. There are an additional 5 skills that focuses on launchers. Stick Bomb Quick Reload reduces the cooldown on your launcher grenades, which is your weapon action. Sticky Bomb Advance gives you iframes, so very good for evading attacks. Launcher Attack Reinforce is an active skill which boosts the attack speed of your launcher normal attacks. This doesn't increase its potency, but this effect lasts for about 30 seconds, but the cooldown is about 90 seconds. This does not just apply to your normal attacks, but this applies to your sidestep normals as well. And the sidestep normals can do a lot of damage. So if played properly, you can constantly sidestep cancel to proc the attack. It would look like something like this. Launcher charge group applies to your charge normals. Initially, when you charge the normal attack and just fire, the shots are spread out. This skill shrinks the blast radius by inputting your forward or up directional key to focus the shot at one target. Launcher attack short charge shortens your charge speeds on your normal attacks, but the potency is slightly reduced by a small amount. And that's basically all there is for the skill trees for launchers. TLDR, Launcher sucks at mobbing. The only good mobbing tool that launchers have is the Divine Impact Charge version with the AoE. I guess you can include the charged normals for launchers as well, since it does spread, but it works, I guess. Another thing to note is when you cast your weak bullet, you have to be careful because you do not have iframes when casting it. So if you cast blight runs while the enemy is attacking, there is a high chance that you'll get interrupted as you're casting it. Not only did you miss your chance on applying the blight round, it also counts as you casting it, therefore you have lost a bullet before you have to reload your 3 stocks. You also don't want to immediately use your blight rounds right away. It is pretty forgetful when knowing when the blight runs expire. I say a good 10 seconds before reapplying, since it lasts for about 15 seconds and maybe even longer once the purple mark appears. But yeah, whenever you have to reload, it's a 10-second cooldown before you're fully restocked. So yeah, TLDR, launcher is good for bossing. The active skill is very good, though it just increases the attack speed for both normals and sidestep normals. And I'm sure the sidestep normals are faster than normals, and for mobbing, unless you want to spam the Divine Impact for AoE explosions, it does take a bit of to charge, but the damage is nice. But yeah, that's all I have for launchers. I hope this helps. Let me know what you think about launchers and share this with anyone who's interested in launchers. And yeah, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.